Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing another Star Citizen video. Today's video is how to make money in the verse in 3.9, part 1, from zero to hero. Well, that's okay. Title is pending. But we're going to take you from, well, as you can see, I don't have 0 credits, but we're going to act like I do. So I'm starting at 429,000 credits, and this is something I recommend to anybody starting out. Choose Hurston as your starting location. And I do want to give a shout out to K9, one of my subscribers and org mates, who first did this mission, as well as Captain Jakes, who's done this group of missions as well. This is going to be how you want to start the game if you have a starter pack and a ship that can actually carry any kind of these boxes. So I'm actually going to use an Aurora in this. Avenger, Titan, any of the Avengers are probably better suited for this as far as starting ships. But you can use the Aurora. You're probably not going to use the Mustangs. They will not be able to do these missions. So if you have an Aurora as your starting ship and that's all you have, you'll be in great business. You can also do this in freelancers, anything that has any kind of cargo space, albeit it might only be very small. As you'll see, the Aurora's is very, very small. So what I've done is I have gone into my contract management list by pressing F1 and then clicking on the far icon down there, and it brings up all the contracts that are available. And I'm going to go under personal and find the shadier contracts, you might say. This could put you on a path of breaking the law, but right now it's just a gray area because you're not going to get caught, right? So we go to personal missions and under delivery, which I've already accepted these, but anything, pretty much all of them here at Hurston, you're going to want to take. There's 4 of them. As you can see, they all pick up packages from Reclamation and Disposal Orinth. That's what you're looking for. So you're going to click on those and accept those. So once you accept them, they will give you waypoints for where Reclamation and Disposal Orinth is located. It is here on Hurston, but it's not here at Lorville. So we're going to have to get our ship and fly over there and pick up these 4 boxes. 2 of these boxes are going to go to a place called the Orphanage. The Orphanage is on Lyria, which is around the planet ArcCorp. It's a moon around the planet ArcCorp. So we're going to have to fly about 22 million kilometers away to deliver those. And I just want to show you guys that this Aurora I'm using is a stock Aurora LN, which is the Legionnaire version. It's more for light fighting. It's not a cargo runner in the least. It's not designed to do any of that. It's designed to be a light fighter or a militia type ship. So there's really no cargo space whatsoever, just a little entryway that I'm going to throw all these boxes in. Now I will warn you, don't throw more than 1 in the bed area because it will clip through and you will not be able to use that and succeed on the contract. So you'll lose over 15,000 credits if you do that. Once you do all of these missions, which there's 4 here at Hurston you're going to pick up, and once you get to ArcCorp you're going to pick up at least 2 more. I picked up 3, which you'll see later in the video. All in all, you're going to make around anywhere between 91 and 97,000 credits in about an hour and 15 minutes, give or take. So it's definitely a great way to make your first 100,000 credits, give or take. Now, if you guys are going for the first million in the game for yourself, you can simply, once you finish these missions, log out and log back into another server and continue to do them. And every time you run through all these missions, just log out, log into a new server, and again, continue to do these missions. You've got to start at Hurston, though, because that's where you're going to pick up those 4. And eventually you're going to hit 1,000,000 credits. It should take about 11 go through. So that is how you can make your first 1,000,000 if you were wanting to do it this way. Some people want to buy ships, so they may have to make more than 1,000,000. You know, something that can actually run cargo. Cargo is definitely the faster, easier way eventually. So you're definitely going to want a cargo ship. Now, some of you want to see me build up my money enough that I can get a caterpillar. So we will take a look at that in future videos as well. But this is how we are going to start it. And I'm sorry, I'm going to cut pieces here and there out. I'm going to try not to speed up any of the cuts though. Just the stuff like, you know, fast traveling, or if I'm having to manually fly from atmosphere down to a planet's surface, it takes a little while, and I don't want to bore you guys with that gameplay or footage. You will have to do this manually yourself, so I say it could take an hour and 15 minutes, give or take. It may take a little longer than that. It just depends on how quickly you go through everything. You know, you can speed up your jump drive, your quantum drive, which will make the time decrease. You may want to use your first haul of money, especially when you get near Crusader, to drop in on Port Olisar and upgrade your quantum drive. That could be a first addition that you may want to pick up in order to move faster. But I will warn you, if you pick up a faster quantum jump drive, you're going to have to refuel at different places more often. I would highly recommend, if you're trying to string more than these few missions together, these contracts together, that you do refuel. I would refuel anyways when you get to ArcCorp, maybe by any point up in space around the planet, the space station there, because you just want to make sure you have enough fuel to be able to do all of these jumps for this contract. It's not going to cost a whole lot, and you should make enough with your first drop off in Lyria to be able to afford it before you jump on to anything else, like the L5 stations or Crusader, to the place you have to drop things off on. I believe, is it Selin? Anyways, yeah. So you want to definitely refuel before you head towards Crusader. Okay, so that's what I would highly recommend. I'm not going to show the entire run just because I don't want you guys to have to sit through an hour worth of video. But I'm going to get the gist of it so that you guys can see it, understand it, and be able to do it. So here we are descending on Reclamation and Disposal Orinth here on Hurston. It is located on the planet Hurston. It's just a ways away from Lorville. It's over 600 kilometers away. You do have to manually fly most of the way. You could also quantum part of the way and then get out of quantum midway and start heading towards this site. These sites are not jumpable to. You can't jump to them because they are kind of like secret hideouts, locations. You could trade Vice here. So if you want to get in on, you know, the drug trade in game, this would be a place that you could do that. It's not easy to find without doing these box delivery missions. So I do recommend, if you plan on doing the drug trade, that you leave a box there so that you can come back when you want to. But again, once you leave the server, all that's going to disappear. So just keep that in mind. You'd have to do the delivery missions every time in order to find this place. It is findable without doing those missions, but it's very difficult. So yeah, keep that in mind. But back to this particular mission where you're doing the box deliveries. I'm going to run in here to Reclamation and Disposal Orinth, or try to. The wind is very bad on Hurston, and I'm going to go into this box delivery here, this Kovalex box storage unit, and we are going to get our first of 4 boxes. So we have to pick up 4 different boxes here. You don't have to go back into your mobiGlas and your contracts to select a different one or track a different one in order to pick these up. You just keep going back to the console there and clicking that pickup button. And we're gonna get in the ship. You don't have to jump in. It'll actually climb in with the box in your hand, which is a little weird. It's not really great. I'm gonna put this first one in the bed. I don't really recommend you do this, just because I was messing around, seeing if it would actually let me do it. Just drop it at your feet. It's the safest play because these can clip through the bed, and you're gonna lose out on 15,000 credits. That's not gonna be cool. So just put them down at your feet there, like I do these next few. That's the safest place to put them. You can stack them on top of one another there at your feet when you get in. So that's something I would highly recommend doing, so that you can kind of, keep things a little bit tidier in there, and you're not getting any floaty bugs, which you may see a little bit later when I get to Lyria, how I kind of float around a little bit. Not cool. Alright, so now I'm going to make my way back to my Aurora LN with the second package. Again, there's 4 of these. 2 of them are going to the same place, the orphanage. So that's going to be 30,600 credits that you're going to get off of pretty much one run. You picked up 2 missions that pick up and drop off at the same location. 30,000 in the bank right away. That's pretty awesome if you ask me. You don't have to place these like I'm doing. I'm just trying to make the most of the space. It'll end up biting me in the butt in the end, but that's a story for another day. So yeah, you can just drop them, and if you need to pick them up and put them down on top of one another, you can do that as well. Just to save time, drop them. Oh, you can also see this armor that I have on. It's one of the new Overlord armors. It's Overlord Riptide. Yesterday I did the Supernova. Today I'm doing Riptide, and tomorrow I'll have a different one for you. So here you go. I'm also picking up, I believe this is food bars, human food bars. Is it made of humans, or is it food bars for humans? I'm pretty sure this is made of humans, but the contract is pretty much don't ask, don't tell. So I'm not going to ask them what it's made of. I'm just going to deliver it. I'm just an errand boy. So we're going to climb into the ship again. This is box number 3. And we're going to place this one on top. Maybe. You'll have to go further down. There you go. And then we'll place it on top here. There we go. And it kind of settles on top. Again, it's probably easier just to drop them. They'll go wherever they're supposed to go. If you place them, you could cause some problems for yourself. So keep that in mind. So now we've got to go back and get one more box before we leave this wretched hive of villainy here. Sometimes you can encounter other players here running missions, the same ones or similar ones, or picking up, illicit drugs or whatever. Usually people don't mess with you, but it is not an armistice zone, so you can get in trouble. You can get in a fight here. I'm just checking here to see if I could actually buy anything yet. You won't be able to buy drugs until you've completed your first delivery, like to the orphanage, because they want to make sure you're the type of person that would get along well with their organizations. In other words, they want you to do some bad stuff, like delivering human food bars, to make sure that you're on the up and up for them. So here we are with our last box. We're getting in here, and we're going to drop this off. Maybe. So this is where I mess up on this. Don't do this, because you're going to lose that box. You're going to lose out 15,000 credits. But anyways, we're going to get in the ship now, and we're going to take off and fly towards ArcCorp. Once you get to ArcCorp, you're going to pick up a couple more contracts. So that'll be at least 6 in total. One of those is going to be picking something up from the orphanage, and one of them is going to be picking up something from Samson and Sons, which is on Walla. So we're already going to the orphanage to drop off 2 boxes. We'll pick up 1 while we're there, and then we can go over to Samson and Sons. But I'm going to pick up a bonus mission. This bonus mission is one that popped up as far as picking up another box and taking it to the orphanage. So I literally have 3 boxes to take to the orphanage and 1 to pick up. It's only worth about 6,000 credits, which is a little funny considering the trouble you have to go through to get it. You will have to actually fight a couple of ships. I believe I had to fight a Mustang Delta and a Cutlass Black from some sort of pirate group or another before I moved in to collect the box from a destroyed Starfarer or Starfarer wreck in space, whatever you want to call it. I was able to get in there and do that, which I will show you here in this video. So we close in on ArcCorp. I did cut out most of the trip here so you guys wouldn't have to deal with the travel times. ArcCorp is a really cool planet. It's pretty much a sea planet, though I hear they're going to redo about half of it because it's supposed to have oceans and, you know, some other cool features. Right now it's all city. You can go to the parts that don't have landing zones, and those parts are just like big like factory roofs or buildings or whatever. They really serve no purpose. You can't really do anything with them. I guess it's just scenery in a way. So this is where I go in to pick up these extra missions. Again, it's under personal and delivery. And you see the first one's worth 6,000 and it's delivered to the orphanage. I've got to go to a Starfarer wreck. So I'm going to accept that mission. Always read the missions through before you pick them because you want to make sure it's something you want to do. Not all of you are going to want to do that mission because there is fighting involved. You don't have to. Even if you just do the other 2 missions here, contracts, you will get your 92,000 credits by the end of this run. So we just go and double check and pick up the last one here. That's the one that's the Starfarer wreck. I was tempted not to take it, but I'm like, you know what? That'll give me close to 100,000. It's just a quick little deviation on the normal path. You know, why not? So we gotta head over to the Quantum Beacon, which is right near ArcCorp. We just have to go around one of the OMs. As you can see, the mission's scrolling across the top. We'll go to OM5, and then we'll scoot on over to the Quantum Beacon, where we will engage with a couple of enemy forces. Now again, I am in a pretty much a starter light fighter, the Aurora LN. This one does pack a bigger punch than, say, the other Auroras, except for maybe the EMR, because it's got 4 guns instead of 2. A lot of the other Auroras only have 2. This also has a missile rack, but I don't really use missiles as of late unless I'm in real dire straits. And I won't use them in this particular fight. As you can see, the pickup site is about 10 kilometers away. You could use the method I have used on 890 jump missions, the Caterpillar Prisoner mission, where you would just stay, 10, 11 clicks away, get out of your ship and EVA over to it, pick up the box and EVA back. But let me tell you, that's going to be a long time, and it's kind of boring, all for, this mission. One of the bonuses that you could get out of doing that, though, is if you can sneak on board the Cutlass Now you have a ship that can store all these packages a lot easier. You could probably pick up cargo and sell the cargo. Of course, you don't have a lot of money to do that right now. So, but you could get an AI Cutlass Black, which would have the turret gunner that would act for you. So there could be a bonus to trying that, but again, that would be a heavier time requirement, and we're already deviating from our delivery box missions to do this particular one. So I'm engaging a Mustang Delta at the moment. The Mustang Deltas are fairly weak right now. They're supposed to have better armor than, you know, of course, all the other Mustangs. They're supposed to be a militarized version of the Mustang. And they have these rocket pods that are kind of useless because they're dumbfire rockets. They may come in handy against a bigger, slower ship, but are they going to pack enough of a punch to actually be worth using? So I think the Mustang Delta is in a kind of a bad spot right now. It definitely needs a boost, you know, in the combat arena in order for it to be something people actually want to play. At one point I had 2 of them, and now I'm like, I don't really want one of them at the moment because it's just not something I'm going to use over anything else that I can think of. It's not better than a lot of the other light fighters out there at the moment. So yeah, I think they need to fix the Mustang Delta and buff it up a little bit and make it what it's supposed to be. So now that I've scratched that bogey, I have one more. Oh wait, that was the Cutlass. So I've already taken care of both bogeys. So now we can move in on the Starfarer and pick up the box that they want me to deliver to the orphanage. So this mission's only worth 6,000. When you're encountering a couple of pirates like that, you would think it'd be worth more because there's some sort of danger. Maybe I should have picked up the call to arms contract, which would actually have given me some bonus money for taking those guys down. But I didn't think about it going into these missions. That's always a good one to take when you are on the right side of the wall, so to speak, when you don't have a crime stat. And it's usually under mercenary. Just go pick that one up. If you get into a fight and somebody has a crime stat, it's easy money. Well, I say that. You got to kill the guy first, but then you pick up the money. So we're just going to move a little bit closer here, and I'm going to go in and get this box. So all you have to do is open the door here. You don't have to technically exit right, because you can just EVA out. You don't have to have stairs or anything like that. And then we're going to float in and locate this cargo that we're looking for. It says it's 20 meters away. I know it's on the upper deck here, so we're going to float in to this little atrium, I guess you want to call it that leads to the bridge and other parts of the ship. And here it is floating right here. We'll grab that and take it with us. It's a little bit harder to fly when you got something in your hands. Fly. I guess we're floating. And you can see the body floating in space here. One of the crew of the Starfarer. Poor soul had no chance, evidently. And I remembered I had the other door open, and it's still open, so we will float back in and drop the package off. There we go. Close the door. And back in the pilot seat, and now we are off to Lyria.
Selected.
Again, Lyria is one of the moons that go around, that orbit around ArcCorp. The other one is Walla. And you'll have to visit both during this run, which is why this run is a really great one, especially for you people, guys that are starting out. Again, this is 100,000 credits almost. you know, in an hour and 15 minutes to an hour and a half. It's a great starting run, and actually it's a great run to do when you got that kind of time, and you want to build up credits fairly quickly. And here we go on to Lyria, or towards Lyria. Again, I'm going to speed up the whole descent process just because it's going to take a while to fly manually there. We're already about 25 minutes into this video. So guys, thank you for tuning in this long and watching this long. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're getting something out of it. This is definitely a great way to make AUEC, or credits, money, in 3.9. As you noticed, I haven't had a single 30K during this span. That's not to say that it doesn't happen, because it can happen. But the great thing about these delivery missions is every time there's a new server, or you get on a server for the first time, you can go and acquire these missions. Just make sure you're in the Hurston area when you do it, so that they pop up. So as you can see, we're descending on to the orphanage. I'm sure somebody's got some lore on the orphanage. It's a very popular place to do a lot of these missions and to pick up illicit drugs, or to deliver them. As you can tell, they take in human food bars and a numerous of other things. Dead men's cargo. So they're a very shady group here at the orphanage. And you never see a soul other than other player characters. Wonder what that's all about. I'm going to try to park this thing closer to the front door. I don't want to be around the back. That's just too much traveling, especially when I have to deliver 3 boxes and pick up 1. Guys, if you're liking this video, please be sure to hit that like button. If you are not a subscriber, what are you doing with your life? I'm just kidding. Please hit that subscribe button as well if you've not subscribed to my channel. I do videos on the daily, well, almost every day. I try to do them fairly frequently for you guys. But yeah, I try to get content out there all the time for you guys, and some of it's good, some of it's probably not, but hopefully most of you enjoy it. And if you are interested in getting a notification whenever I do more, there's a little bell icon you can click on as well that will notify you when I put out a new video. Makes it easier to watch them, right, when you know that they're coming out. I also have a Discord set up. That information will be at the end of the video and in the description of the video. So you guys are more than welcome to join us on the Discord. A lot of people from my org, Texas, are on there. That's how we do most of our communication. We do a little bit on Spectrum as well. We're trying to open up Spectrum a little bit more. You see, I've got to move this box off of here before I can deliver this other box. If you're looking to join an org, my org is pretty great. There's a lot of great folks in there that love playing with other people. They'll help each other out. If you want to look at a ship, they'll usually spawn a ship for you to look at. They've got all sorts of enthusiasm helping players out, new and old. We've got people that like to specialize in different builds for ships. In other words, better guns, better coolers, better shields, all that sort of thing. We've got all sorts of resources on the Discord that will tell you where to buy a lot of this stuff, where to go to find good trading websites, all of that. So you guys can definitely join the Discord and check that out. You can join the org as well, and we'd love to have you. I mean, we're a little over 210 members strong right now, and we're going to continue to grow. Like I said, it's a great group of people. Doesn't matter if you're not from Texas. Texas can definitely be a state of mind, and we don't mind turning anybody into a Texan. So definitely check that out as well. I also have a referral code down below in the description and at the end of the video. I'd definitely go to the description to get it though, because it's quite long. If you've never played this game and it's something you're interested in doing, or you've been watching these videos and you definitely want to get in, you can use my referral code to get 5,000 bonus credits. So after you make this run, you'll have even more credits, which would be really awesome for you guys when you start doing these, I guess you could say, starter missions. So definitely check that out as well. If you guys are interested in supporting my efforts to bring you guys content on the daily and to learn new ways of improving on the content, I would be much appreciated. I have a Patreon set up. That information's down below. You can also become a YouTube member of this channel. Right now, the lowest package is $2. Just $2. That's pretty awesome. I would love to be a member of somebody's page for $2. That would be like help sponsor for $2. I could do that. I'm not rich by any means, and I think $2 is doable for me anyways. I don't know what it is for you guys. I understand not everybody can give, and I really hate asking for it, to be honest. But if you are interested in sponsoring the page and you want to donate, I would be over the moon to see those sponsorships. Thank you to all my Patreons right now and members on YouTube. You guys are awesome. Another way that you guys can help support the page is to watch the ads that they play during my video all the way through. To click on them, you don't necessarily have to buy anything, but if you did buy something, that also, I guess, throws a little revenue my way. We're talking like minuscule revenue, but right now, that's what I have for this YouTube channel is, money off of the ads, really, and my sponsors. Enough of that. As you can see, I've also picked up a box from the orphanage here, and now it's time to move on to Walla and Samson and Sons, where we will drop off and pick up more boxes. I'm not going to take you through the entire mission sequence again because we're already like 30 something minutes into this video, and you guys get the gist of how this is done. It's quite simple. It's some of the simplest missions you can do in the game, and I highly recommend that you string them together like this because you will maximize your time and effort and profit as well. So that's what I would recommend that you do. If you guys have any questions about these particular box missions or doing box missions in general, please leave those in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about the video and about these missions in general for starting out. I think these are some of the best starter missions that you can do to make money quickly in the verse. An hour, hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half, that's not too bad for making almost 100,000 credits. That's really good. I will show you in some future videos as well, how mining works if you're going to try to make money as a miner. Also, how to make money as a cargo hauler or a bounty hunter. We will do all those types of videos. We'll also talk about strategies on how to make enough money to get that ship that you want, whether it's something like a freelancer or a caterpillar, or maybe you want to buy a Hornet or some sort of dogfighter or Vanguard, something along those lines. We will try to delve into all those in the next coming videos over the next few days, weeks, etc. So I hope you guys really like all of that content and you're interested in it. Thank you again for watching my videos. I'm going to say goodbye now. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.